Bling bling. I just wanted to say that I was just showing off my cool ring. But today we live in a world of dualist ideologies where people are complacent to a setup where either side you play, you're being set up, and the spectrum of the politics and the policies and the political movements and groups with basically the simplest principle or way to put it is the damn it, I'm pretty stoned, sorry. um the the thesis versus antithesis equals synthesis. And what I'm talking about is that one group doing something for what they think is their cause against another group doing something what they think is their cause, both not realizing that they're being played, those two groups colliding create a synthesis of something that an outside party wants to happen. And the fact that everybody's too stupid to understand that shit, it's just fucking bullshit. No, I don't have corona. Anyways, the people the people are totally brainwashed. I mean, there's no other way to put it. People think that I'm gonna vote for this and it's gonna save me. Oh, blah blah blah. And then the rest of the world. How come the rest? Notice how today in the news all the world cares about what's going on in American politics, but they don't understand, why the news is wanting them to care, because of the world government and its five primary leaders. I mean, we live in a country that's owned by shareholders. And our country is in an unconstitutional treaty, which the which the treaty itself, it violates our war powers clause, where the Congress has power to wage war, which I've told a million people, but nobody seems to care. I'm sure Congress cares because they wouldn't allow all these wars, and all the world hates us because of all these wars, and fucking they're not even waged by our country, and nobody gets that. But damn it, I kind of lost my point. I guess the point is that the there's internationalist movements that are in cooperation to dismantle the American Constitution and the American way of life. And I just happen to be an American, and I'm kind of appalled, you know. These people, I don't give a fuck about politics. I don't vote. I don't participate. I don't give a fuck. And fucking clearly there's a giant filibuster going on, and the people are, both sides are totally retarded. One side thinks that all this unconstitutional shit needs to continue. The other side thinks that they need to burn the Constitution when there is no Constitution being enforced. And so both sides are fucking not towards the real United States, the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, which both of which limit the powers to the beast. I mean, like the founding fathers compared our federal they compared DC to a beast, and they caged the beast with words. A contract called the Constitution, which was a contract between the sovereign states of the United States, which includes you know, but anyways, the contract was between the states and a private corporation, which was to well, I mean, technically, it wasn't turned into a private corporation until 1871 in the Act of 1871, but the 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 DC is under contract with the states, and they have to uphold by the letter of the contract, and the contract is a limiting contract, which, secures our rights and secures the sovereignty of the states. Now, there's all these sovereign citizen movements. They're all bullshit. That the state has the sovereignty. The state is supposed to protect from encroachment upon constitutional rights, and they protect. So anybody who says sovereign citizen, they don't know what they're talking about, because it's the sovereign state, and the state is supposed to uphold the contract with we the people. We the people. The Constitution is not just a contract, but it's like a operating system, like Windows, where the like if a computer crashes, it's going outside the boundaries of the system, and the system is the Constitution, and when they go outside of those boundaries, they crash our government, and they, when they dismantle the Constitution piece by piece, they're aiding and abetting enemies of the United States. And I mean, technically, that we don't even have a country. We don't, because they're not our country is the Constitution, and they're not upholding it. And and all these people are all rioting and stuff, thinking that they're thinking that they're doing something, and it's like they're fucking retarded, and like but they're all against the Constitution, and they're all pro Marx. And Marx said specifically, William Cooper talks about how Marx, in his letters to Engels, the first publication had the real letters, the full unedited letters, and then over time they were edited over and over and over, where they took out all the racist shit, because they didn't want the people thinking that their fucking hero Marx was a fucking racist hater. He hated Jewish people and he hated black people, and there's a pro-black movement that is pro Marx, and Marx compared black people to monkeys and stuff, and he said in this one of the few references that hasn't been manipulated or taken out, he's referring to a city, and he's like, oh, only fleas and Jews live there, and what's really sad about it is that Marx was Jewish, and for him to like hate on his own people, that just shows what a piece of trash he is. But we live in America, and it doesn't matter what color you are. If you live in America, you're an American. And all these people who want these separatist movements of, we're white Americans, we're black Americans, we're Mexican American, and it's like, no, motherfucker, like real Americans are just Americans, and we, I'm not anything. I have no pure ethnicity. I am a pure mutt with nothing more than an eighth of purity in my blood of anything. And so I have no culture except America. And for them to take away my culture and to take away my rights, my right to not have to fucking wear a mask like a bitch, I mean, when I walk into a store and these motherfuckers are looking at me like, fuck you, and I'm sitting there not even caring, I'm just trying to have a regular day, and people are like chasing me down, be like, oh, sir, you need a mask. It's fucking retarded. And like, how can they not see that this is all bullshit Nazi shit? I mean, how could you not see it? Like, it's a fucking medical dictatorship.